Welcome to Baz Travels. After driving 14,826 kilometers through 24 states and Washington, D.C., I've seen rocket launches to the Grand Canyon and Hoover Dam. I've explored Route 66, ghost towns, deserts, snow, and beaches on both coasts. From Vegas casinos to Alcatraz, the White House to Hollywood. Join me for a journey of the ordinary and the extraordinary.
Loading destination. Simulation starting in 3, 2, 1. To look around, move your phone or tablet. Click and drag if on a computer or move your head if using a VR headset. Please like and subscribe.
The Pueblo Railway Museum is a small stop, but an important one. It sits quietly near the rail corridor and focuses on physical remnants of the industry that helped build Pueblo in the first place. Most of what you see here is outdoors. Rail cars, locomotives, and equipment are arranged in open space rather than inside a large exhibition hall. That simplicity works. Trains are meant to be seen at scale, and being able to walk alongside them gives a better sense of their size, weight, and purpose. These aren't polished showpieces. The equipment shows age, wear, and exposure, which suits the subject. Rail infrastructure was about endurance, not presentation. The surfaces, rivets, and heavy steel all tell that story without explanation. Railroads mattered enormously to Pueblo. They connected the city to mining districts, agricultural regions, and national markets. Steel, goods, and people moved through here in volume. Pueblo wasn't just served by rail, it functioned because of it. What makes this museum effective is restraint. It doesn't try to overwhelm with information or spectacle. It gives you just enough context to understand why these trains mattered and how they fit into the city's development. The setting reinforces that message. The former passenger station nearby is no longer a museum space. It's been repurposed and now houses offices, which is a reminder of how infrastructure evolves. Buildings change roles. Tracks remain. History stays embedded even when function shifts. This contrast works in the museum's favor. You're not looking at rail history frozen in time, you're seeing it as a part of an ongoing urban landscape. The trains sit outside while the city continues to move around them. For visitors, this stop is less about deep study and more about appreciation. It's a chance to stand next to the machines that carried Pueblo's industry and growth, and to understand their physical presence in a way photos can't provide. The Pueblo Rail Museum doesn't need to be large to be meaningful. It does one thing well. It reminds you how foundational rail was to this town. As a final stop, it fits perfectly. Quiet, grounded, and honest. A small window into the machinery that helped make Pueblo what it is today.
Simulation terminated. Please comment, like and subscribe.